uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. All right, all right. Late night, late night, late night. It's going to be one of them nights tonight. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Come on, I got a great one for you tonight. Ladies, what type of men y'all desire? Come on, talk to me. Come and talk to me, people. This is live, uncut, unedited, and I want these phone lines to ring off. This is late at night, and man, what type of men y'all desire? I want to hear. I'm so curious. I want to know. I want to know, ladies, what type of men y'all desire? Man, come on with it. Come on with it, everybody. Listen, if you know anybody or anyone that like these type of subjects, have them to call in. Make sure you tag them. Send it in their messenger box. Share it on your page. Share it on your page. We're going in tonight. That's it. Black love, black unity, black power to the last hour. Race first. That's it. Hey, Tracy Taylor, how you doing, Tracy? Glad you in tonight. Kennard, what's going on? Hey, Peggy. Annette, what's up, Miss Flanagan? I see you. I want to know. I'm so curious, people. I am so curious. I want to know, especially from black women. But any woman, it's open to any woman, but preferably black women. I want to know. I really want to know. Really, Martin? Yes, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Because you hear one thing, but what you see is another thing. So I want to know. I want to know. Have you ever seen a couple and you're looking at these two couples? You're like, what these two got in common? And I want to know. Nose of the night. Just lighting right. Light right. Nose. Look at my little elbow. I'm sorry, y'all. Look. Lotion elbow. Come on in, people. Come on in. I want to hear what y'all got to say tonight. I got to call. Hey, Gilda. Lewis Ramsey, what's up, man? I'm all here. Man, I want to hear. I'm curious tonight. I'm so curious tonight. Cause see, it confused me. I know you're there, caller. Just hold on. 9743. All right. I'm confused. Cause I need to know. You know, we hear a lot of talk and this six figures talk, but I'm gonna let y'all talk tonight. What up, D? I see you, man. All right, now the ladies gonna talk now. Don't get jealous, man. We might do y'all another time, but tonight is the ladies' night. Belisa Lewis. Belisa Lewis. Good evening, Martin. Good evening. The title is What Type of Men Do Y'all Desire? All right. I want to know. I'm curious. I want to know. Songwriter said, I really want to know your name. All right. All right. To my YouTube family, I need you guys to subscribe to my YouTube and follow me on YouTube. Always do that for a backup just in case Facebook act up and want to kick me off. Always do that. All right. Come on in, callers. Come on in, callers. We need some more callers. Y'all can't fall out. Come on, ladies. Come on in. Come on in. I don't want to hear from no men. I want to hear from ladies only. This is ladies' night. This is ladies' night. Ladies' night. It's ladies' night tonight. Tiana, what's up, Miss Johnson? Ladies' night tonight. I want to hear what the ladies got to say. And be prepared to answer some questions now. Now, when you say what you like, and if I ask you a question, don't get mad now. I'm just learning tonight. All right, help my understanding tonight. Somebody said Annette Arlington said a golly man. Okay, hold on. 0516. We finna go to the new for our first caller. All right, 9743. Hey, Lisa, what's up, Lisa? Caller.
This ain't no Lisa, this Dr. K.
No. I was talking to Lisa. You know I'm shouting out names in the chat. Oh.
I gotta go to work.
Okay, come on, sister.
Listen,
Come on.
listen. I'm gonna say this, and I probably gonna end up dozing off
Okay.
to hear how
We'll
to
get
catch you
yours
at
out
work.
of work
But
first.
listen,
Okay.
yeah. The average now, there are some. I'm not going to speak for all women, so I want them to understand. Okay, this is what ideology of some women. You want a man, first of all, one that's God fearing.
Okay.
He ain't got to be a preacher. He ain't got to be.
No,
He's
so
God
Dr.
fearing.
Sanders. Dr. Sanders, I don't want to know what the women. I want to know what you like. What's your desire?
Well, I'm gonna say this: a
All
man that is that he got to be God fearing.
Okay.
But check this out: he's got to be a protector.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not stressed out. I'm not worried that you're not giving me any stress. That you love me for real. Besides what I have, or what I have, to blend into something. Mm-hmm. Being in love, being able to be there, building, going forward, creating things together. One that will look out for me. If something pop up, you gonna cut it off before it even get to me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
That sounds good. Mm-hmm.
Where I don't have to continuously fight for fight to tell you something. You would listen to me. Mm-hmm. You have my heart, really at bay. You have it right there with you. You have it right there with you. If somebody says something that's disrespectful without me saying something, you're going to come in. Even if my children are acting out. The other night, remember you had that talking about what a man's position is?
Yeah.
If my child disrespects or says something that's disrespectful, then you're going to come in and say, now listen, although I'm not your father, you would not talk to your mother like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shut them down,
Shut them down.
And able to know the need. The need. Mm-hmm. It's easy to submit when you are being honest. And if you have a flaw with me, you can sit down and say, you know what, I need to talk to you. Not go to my best friend, not go to other folk and dog me behind my back and then come back and tell me you love me. No, that's wrong. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just laying it out there. Yeah, so when if you know I have a car and I need help with trying to get my car fixed, oh, I got you. And you know what to do. Mm-hmm. Not giving me lectures on what you got to do. You know what to do. But you got to be honest, though, from your heart. Mm-hmm. And not saying you're doing something out of obligation. Mm-hmm. And you would literally know how to say to me, I know you're upset. That means talking to me, not talking at me, not yapping at me, not yelling at me, not hollering at me, not slamming doors and moving stuff and all that. You say, I know you're upset, but I need you to calm down because I want you to live a little longer. Mm-hmm. That's that word soothes the soul.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And don't mind taking the garbage out. If I'm cooking and I got stuff to do, and I say, okay, well, I don't feel like riding. Oh, another thing I like, if I get sick and it's not nothing that I brought on myself, mm-hmm. Are you able to help me get well?
All right now. That's what I'm talking about.
That means if I got to go to the doctor, will you make the time to take me without making me feel bad? Not making me feel like I'm a problem. Because I want to embrace you the same way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If I got to go to the dentist and you know that I got to be on medication and anesthesia and you know you're going to be whacked out, you're not going to be complaining and I got to hear all of that. None of that. That means that man is my comforter. Mm-hmm. He's my protector. Mm-hmm. That heals everything. So that's just me. That's just me. I'm not every woman,
that's
but
why
I know that.
That's right. That's right. Don't speak for the women. Speak for yourself.
I'm talking about me. Mm-hmm. And like I said, if he's a God-fearing man, And even if he just know he love the Lord, that's fine.
All right.
You know, but will protect, even though you may not have children by me or with me, the children that you have acquired into your life, that you show me that you are a family man. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. And that if I get upset, you know how to embrace me. You know how to approach me. You know how to be real and say, I got you. If I got to cry it out, if I got to express how I feel, which Martin, you know I'm a communicator. And didn't you all see Martin looking fine today? I'm sorry, Martin, I had to interject that. Martin had that suit on. Man, I was like, yeah.
You know I could clean up. You know
Martin,
that.
you look fine today. I said, man, woo, that's my brother. I said, he is so fine. Okay, but anyway, so I'm closing out. That's the kind of man I like.
Perfect.
That's the kind of man I like.
Hey, hold on long as you can. I know you got to go to work. I know you got to go to work, but okay.
I'll hold on as long as I can.
Okay. 0516. I need more callers too. Come on, caller. 0516.
Hey, Martin. Hey, Martin, this is Cynthia. How are you?
Hey, Cynthia, how are you?
I am well. Thank you for having me on. And I wanted to also say you look really nice in your suit.
Thank you.
I get excited when I see black men dress up because not often do they do it. So you look really nice.
All right.
So the question is, what kind of man am I looking for?
Or desire?
So,
you, not everybody. I'm talking about you. All right, go ahead.
This is Cynthia's story. So I'm looking. I desire a man that's trustworthy, loyal, and that's a good communicator. And with those things, Martin, he instantly becomes appealing and desirable to me if he's dependable, because that, I do a lot, and so if I can depend on him and I can trust him and he's loyal, that'll just make my life that much easier. I'm not into gender roles. I've talked to a lot of different men, and it's funny because they have these great expectations of what a woman's supposed to be doing. But then on the counterpart, I ask them, can you fix the tire? Can you put a doorknob on? Can you build this cabinet for me? And they look crazy. So I think that's an old myth that worked back then. And now today, I just prefer somebody that I'm compatible with, somebody that's a go-getter, somebody that's a great communicator. And with the communication, you have to be able to comprehend. Because I could talk to you all day, Martin. If you're not comprehending what I'm saying, I'm just going to one end out the other ear.
Okay.
Of course, God-fearing, a family man, because I have a child. And so the biggest thing I look for, Martin, is how a man treats his mother. Okay. So for me, I think he treats his mother with respect, so on and so forth. 9 times out of 10, he'll be a good man. And I say that because women, your mother is the first woman that's counted. And so how you work with that, I know a lot of people, they say whatever they may say, but this is my story. And so this works for me. I meet guys and, they got all these anger issues, and I, ask them what's the backstory. Is my mother this or is my father this? So before meeting the person, Martin, I like to get the backstory. And that way, if I get the backstory, it will help me understand who you are. Most men are built on survival and not love. And so that could be another issue, because now I'm looking for something that you never was given. And on my show, Martin, I ask the guys all the time, what's your love? I'm real big on that, because the 5 love languages will determine how I reciprocate to you and vice versa.
Well, let me hit them 5 letters so I can write them down. I remember you saying, so I want to write them down. Let me hear.
So I'm getting sick. Words of affirmation.
Okay.
Wait, take a shot of the drug, yeah.
You forgot it? You ain't forgot
I'm talking, I'm looking for.
Okay, wait, okay, look for it. Now, while you're looking for it, let me say this. It's something very important, which is going to be my next question, but I want to talk to a couple of women before I ask the next question. Young men, okay, hold on. Young men, when they see their mother, that's the first. What did you say, Cynthia? That's the first.
That's the first woman they encounter.
The first woman they encountered, their mother. Okay. Y'all
Or love.
keep that in y'all mind. Let me write that down so I won't forget, because I'm getting old. Let me write that down. Hold on, Cynthia. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Young men, the first ones. Okay, encounter.
The first woman they encounter is their mother.
Okay, the first one. Okay, the first woman the first woman.
Yep.
First woman they encounter. See that goes to my next question. Okay, come on, let's with them 5 W's.
Words of affirmation: acts of service, receiving gifts,
Okay,
quality time, and physical touch.
Okay, that's what I'm
Dr.
talking.
Gary Chapman.
All right, now I need some more callers, ladies and gents. Come on now, y'all. Quit playing with me.
Call in number 872-299-0808.
Come on, call in, ladies.
872-297-6389.
Come on, ladies. There's no trick question. Just come on in. I want you guys to come on in. I'm inviting you in. Call your friend. Tell her, I want to hear what you don't tell me what women like. I want to hear what you like. That's what I want to hear. Because every woman is not the same. Am I right, Cynthia? Every woman is not the same.
Yes, sir.
Some women.
Some may get on here. They want a man that's tall, dark, handsome, and full of money.
Right. Yeah, because then, some women, they just want a man. They don't care nothing. They just want a man. A man! They just take a man. You know what I'm saying? They say they ain't going to be picky. Just give me a man. I work with what I got. So.
And so, Martin, until they start coming on, the physical touch is nonverbal. That's using body language and touch and express love. Hugs, kisses, things of that sort. Receiving gifts, thoughtfulness. Make your spouse a priority. Speak personally. Giving gifts, like I just said, quality time. Who don't want quality time? Some people don't. Some people do. You'd be surprised. The acts of service, doing things for your partner.
Right. Listen, ladies, I don't want to hear from y'all tonight. I'm going to need y'all to call in. I'm not going to bite you. I promise you I'm not going to bite you. Just tell me what you like. I don't want to hear, well, Martin, women like this type of guy. No. Some women don't desire to be married. Am I right, Cynthia? Some do.
Yes. Yep, you're right.
So, everybody don't desire to buy a house. They content with just living in a place, renting a house or apartment or something. So I need to know.
And you know what, Martin,
Go ahead, Cynthia.
So I have that conversation often because if like you just said, everybody don't desire a house. I have a 16-year-old son, right? And so in 2 years or so, he'll be going off. So why do I need to buy me a house right now? I want to explore. Now, if I get married, then that's a different story. But right now, that's not ideally for me because I'll be buying it for myself.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Okay.
I don't want to be in a house by themselves. Then I'll be on your show tonight. I'm just looking for any man, Martin.
No, you don't get like that now. You might get what you asked for. I'm telling you. Telling you. Hey,
it got to make sense.
Yeah, it got to make sense. Ladies, call in 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Call in and tell me what type of man you like or you desire. I don't want to hear don't generalize nothing. Just tell me what you desire. I want to know. I'm curious. We have a bunch of men on here listening, and I want to know. Well, Martin, my man might be listening. I don't want him. He ain't I understand. He still can read your comments unless he follow you. Unless he's not following you. So hey, sit there. I don't. I'm a man, and sometimes I be wondering. I said, what have you ever seen a couple? This is not part of the program. I'm just saying something that you see a couple together and you scratching your head like, man, what these two got in common? They totally opposite, oddball. I've seen it many times.
You know what I found, Mark?
Yeah.
I found out that everybody has a void, regardless to how you look, how much money you got. Everybody has a void. So if I if I meet a guy and he's totally opposite of my stance, but this guy caters to me, Martin. He gives me everything I need, makes me feel a certain type of way. That goes out the window. Or if I'm not even, or if I haven't received love from a man, and now I get this man. I've been on 10 dates and in 10 relationships, but I was lacking love. I was lacking one of my love languages. And so here it is. This man is giving me my love language times 10.
Mm.
And so I didn't fail for him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And remember, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's it.
So,
That's
sometimes you have to, soul search. This man do it for me.
Yeah. That's what the Bible said. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I'll tell you. Now, listen, women. Somebody put on here that the men got to find me. That's true. The Bible said he that desire a wife, find a good thing, So the man find a wife, but sometimes that still don't take away your desires, what you desire. They have nothing to do with that. This is the type of man I desire. And sometimes, Cynthia, women don't get what they desire. Men either. You might get half of it or a portion of it. Might not get it all.
You're absolutely right.
Somebody said, go ahead, Cynthia.
I think that hence that statement. And so, of course, a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. But as women, Martin, we have to make ourselves accessible to this man. We have to be realistic. Nowadays, you see on TV, now this ain't nothing against what nobody doing, but, people getting BBLs and getting these different surgeries to try to be something that they see on TV. So after talking to you on my show, Martin, you made me conscious and aware that all that stuff that we do, y'all can care less about.
Mm-hmm. Because if a brother like you, he like you, period. With a small booty, little booty, big stomach, whatever, big forehead, short hair. If he like you, he like you, period.
I agree. And we as women, I believe, put too much emphasis on our physical, and not really apply that to the mental. Because I got this thing, Martin. If you stimulate the mind, the body gonna follow.
Yes,
it's nothing to just hop in bed with somebody. Anybody, they doing that by the dozen. But then after you hop in the bed with the man, you realize, or he realized, he don't want nothing to do with you. Now you upset, want to fight, want to bust his car windows out when you didn't put yourself in that situation.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I love, so we as women, we gotta make it make sense.
Yeah. So, ladies,
every man you meet, you gotta go to bed with him.
That's right. That's right, ladies. What we're talking about tonight, I need to know. Martin Johnson want to know what type of a man or men that you desire. So that's what I want to know. As men, we're listening. We're listening tonight. It's the women's night tonight. In the club, they say what, Tuesday night or Wednesday night is ladies' night. It's ladies' nights tonight. And I want to hear from the ladies. I ain't got no ladies calling in. What's going on? What's going on? Y'all husband, boyfriend ain't letting y'all call in, or he listening, laying next to you? What's going on? What's going on? Y'all share this live. I know they shadow banning my page anyway. One brother asked me today, man, do you still go live? I said, brother, I probably don't miss a day of going live.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, it's amazing. Where my women at? They commenting in the thing, but it's just like normally I got more women followers than men. What's going on, ladies? Y'all punking out? Y'all chicken out or whatever? What it is? Because I want to hear what these ladies, because maybe they don't know what they like. Cynthia?
Right.
That's a possibility.
Right.
They don't know.
Like you said, Martin.
Yeah.
They happy with, some women just happy with a man.
Right. Right. That could be, yeah. That could be it. They just happy with a man. Yeah. Wow. All right, let's see. Okay, since that, man, I was to post your phone number. Maybe we can call. The number's in the screen. You see the number. Post the phone number. It's in the screen, going right across the screen. You're looking at the screen. It's right there. 872. You know.
Call in number
Look at the screen.
872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389.
That's the number right there. That's why. Hey, call in. Sabrina Neal, call in. I want to hear from some of these professional women. Hi, Martin. I work with corporate America. I own my own condominium, my own house. I have my own car. I make a lot of money. But tell me what type of man you desire. I want to know a lot. I need to know it. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Want to know. But Cynthia, well, I'm gonna give them another minute call. I'm gonna ask my second question since they don't want to call in. They're afraid because they know me because I'm gonna go in on them. They come here with some stupid stuff. Small writing. Well, listen, small writing. Listen.
Call in number
Watch it on YouTube.
872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389.
Somebody said the type of men majority of the women like, they not out there, unfortunately. Well, I ain't talking about the women in general. I'm talking about what you like. We're not generalizing that. Remember that. This is a personal question. Every woman probably don't want a professional man. They may not want a six-figure man or corporate America man. They might be attracted to a mailman or a bus, a maintenance man. Every woman is different. You can't categorize every woman type. You can't do that. And I think Cynthia, I think we're guilty of that too as well. Men.
Absolutely.
You got some women go to hell with you. They'll jump off the roof with you. I've seen a black woman. I went up to the police station. It was a woman, and I think she was pregnant. Her and a guy. It's black with the migrants. They was up there. They had a little pallet on the floor. I said, now that's a woman sticking with her man. They're pregnant and everything. I was like, wow. Well, Cynthia, since they don't want to call in, they're afraid of me. I see that. They're afraid. Y'all know because I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Let me go to the second question. And this is what I find out, Cynthia. This is a question. Now, I'm going to make a statement a little bit first. You said earlier, Cynthia, that children are the first woman who they encounter. And I'm correct? Is that what you said?
I said your mother is the first woman that you encounter.
Okay, your mother. All right. Now, my second question is, whatever man, I got a caller. Hold on. We got a caller here. Let's get this caller here before we go to the next step. Because this is a good question, Cynthia. This is the next question is a very good question. 0708. 07, ladies only. 0708. That's all I want to hear from. I want to hear from no men. Because we're not finna do tonight. We're not gonna male bash or female bash. Hey, caller, you're live, uncut, unedited. Come on with it.
Hey, Martin, this is Sabrina Neal.
All right, Sabrina. Now, before you start talking, Sabrina, I don't need you to generalize for all women because all women are not the same. I need to know what you like, what's your desire, what you desire in a man, what type of man you desire.
Okay, I'm going to speak for myself, Martin.
Yes.
I want a God sent me first and foremost.
Okay.
But I have my own home.
Mm-hmm.
I worked hard. I got my bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer a man that's a go-getter.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to work in the house. He knows how to do things around the house, cut the grass, build things, fix things like that. Also, he's got a job himself. Mm-hmm. He knows how to take care of a woman, treat a woman good, bring flowers, date nights, things like that. Mm-hmm. I want a good man, of course. I think we all women want a good man.
No. I'm talking about you.
Well, no, I'm speaking for myself, but I want a good man.
Okay.
But not just that. I want him to be educated and have some class about himself. I got class, but I also want someone that can teach me something too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you a type of person? Do you have any children?
My son is grown, and I have an adult granddaughter.
Okay, leave it right. That's what good. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask both you and Cynthia a question since y'all on here. And I want y'all to be totally honest with me. Please be honest with me. Everything that you just said, your name is Serena, right? Is it Serena?
Sabrina. Yeah.
Sabrina. Everything that you just told me that you desire in a man. Listen to me now. Did you raise your son to be that?
My son is very respectful, and he's
hold
been
on.
married for over
I asked you a question.
Years. And yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes,
tell me how you raised him. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I raised him to be respectful towards women. I'm raised with 3 boys. My father was not in my life like he should have been.
No. Hold on. I'm not talking about your father. I'm talking about you raising your son.
So I raised my son to be a respectful young man to all women.
Okay, what else?
He's not going to go out there.
That's it?
He's not going to be disrespectful to a woman. He's not like that. You can ask anybody.
And what else? That's all you're raising?
And he knows mama don't play that.
Okay. Well, is he?
Yes,
okay. Is your son a go-getter? Is he a God-fearing man?
He is a go-getter. Got a good job, baby.
Okay.
Yes, he's a go-getter.
I'm asking you because, see, I hear a lot of women.
And he takes very good care of his family.
Okay.
Right now, I'm sick. My son came over to bring stuff to the door for me just to take care of his mom. He does the same for his grandmother.
Because I see
anybody. He's just that kind of person.
Okay. I see a lot of women. They say they want this and want that, which is nothing wrong with that. But they don't raise their sons to be that. That's what I don't understand.
That's true.
That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. You say you want this, you want that. I like this and that. Okay. Do you raise your son to, open up the door for a young lady when, before she leave out or something, or get in the car? Did you raise your son up to be a provider, a loving care? Did you raise your son to be a husband one day, to have a wife? I mean, I hear all these things, but what are they? Are they truly investing in their sons? That's what I want to know.
And that's a good question, because I can only speak for myself.
That's all I want you to speak for yourself.
I had the help of a village. I have a mother that's old school. She don't play that either. And she helped me raise, because I had a son at a very young age. I was a teenager myself. I was still a kid. So I needed that help. And it was there for me. I had 3 brothers that stepped in to help teach him also how to be a man.
And I'm going to tell you the reason why I say that, too. Because like Cynthia said earlier, oh, man, the line's jumping off. That, help me out, Cynthia, that the woman is the first female, they mother, that the child is the first female that they encounter.
That's true.
That's what Cynthia said now. Now.
And I agree with her.
Okay, Cynthia, before I go to you, I got another call. I want to see what they have to say. Women only.
Yes, sir.
But isn't this a legit question? Because I see women always this. I'm not trying to bash y'all ladies now. I love y'all. I got 4 beautiful black children, females. All right, caller, 6914. Come on, caller. 6914.
Hi, man. This is Valerie.
Hey, Valerie, how are you? So tell me, what type of man you desire or like or prefer to have, or you might have a husband. I don't know. Just tell me. I don't want no generalization.
Yes, I'm married.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I'm married.
Okay.
And when I was dating, I wanted a man that was God-fearing and faithful. Because before I got married, I told my fiance that if I have to share him with someone, we don't need to be together. So if there's other women and he has a desire to be with somebody else, I'm not the woman for him to marry.
Okay. Well, what else? God-fearing. I mean, he could be God-fearing and lazy too. Don't want to work.
Well, no, you have to work.
He might want
You
to stay home
definitely
and
have to
pray all
work.
day. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
You definitely have to cook. And also, just like another caller has said, a handyman.
Okay. Handyman, okay.
I
And
totally
I know
agree.
you asked the question. I have two sons. They're 33 and 39.
Okay.
And I've always told them to treat a woman the way you want a man to treat your mother.
That's right.
Respectful man. I mean, be respectful to your woman. Just treat them. You don't want to see no man hurting your mother or doing anything to your mother. And today's society with the social media, rap music, all that has corrupted our men today. If you go back and look at the 70s, the 80s, a lot of the men were more homebody, family orientated, and they were working men. But now you have these men want to sit around and lynch off of women, and the women are allowing it.
Okay. Now tell me. Let's get back to the subject. Now we're still on the. Tell me. Besides that, tell me what other principles did you instill in your sons when it comes to a woman? Did you tell them about having sex? Did you tell them how women?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
let
yeah.
me hear it. Let me hear it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, I told them, you could date, but if you want to start having a monogamous relationship, one woman, you have to treat them with respect. And then the women nowadays, they always like to pay for the men, shower with gifts and all of that stuff. No, don't take no gifts from no woman. You pay to go on a date. Whatever it is that she needs, you supply it.
Okay.
But
have you ever had this discussion with your sons? If a woman hits you, what should he do?
Walk away.
Okay.
Run.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, no, not to be violent. Don't hit her. Don't do anything. Walk away.
Okay. Now, have you ever had a discussion with your son about if he's been cheated on? What should he do?
Yeah. Sit down and talk.
Okay.
And when somebody cheats on you, there's a problem. Something you're not doing right.
Know about that, but go ahead.
But,
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No.
There's something you're not doing right. You're not being attentive.
I don't agree.
I disagree with that one, married woman. I disagree.
I disagree too.
I disagree with that because
what the other caller said?
I've seen.
I said I disagree as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've seen women do everything they're supposed to do and still get cheated on. They didn't like in the bedroom. They didn't like it taking care of the children. They didn't like it having meals and all that stuff, doing the right thing. They didn't cheat and still got misused. So it's not that woman's fault.
I've seen women that hang out with their girlfriends, worry about getting their hairs and nails done, and like somebody else said, a BBL, and not being attentive to their husband. So there is something wrong. There's a lack of communication.
Because, well, let me explain this to you. And hopefully I can say this clear. I have said it before. You can take a pitcher of water and a cup with no bottom and keep pouring water inside that cup. And if you know the cup don't have no bottom, that cup would not fill up. So my point is, if you got you a lustful man, I'm talking about men now, this is me. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you do. You can just got to commit all types of sexual acts with him. And if he see another woman, he about ready to go to bed again with another woman. He just left you. You did everything. You act, role play, whatever. And I'm not trying to get personal. No, you're a married woman. But if he's lustful that man is
But
not to be
they should have known that from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When his eyes wander,
Yeah.
they should have known that from the beginning. It's fine. It's red flag.
Okay. That's red flag. I want to say that. Let's go to Cynthia real quick. Cynthia, so the type of man you say you like, do you raise your son that way? That's what I want to know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell us about it a little bit.
So my son is 15 years old, and so as you may mention, my son opens the doors for me. My son has never raised his voice. I sit there and I talk to my son. I'm teaching my son life skills, any and everything I can think of. I'm teaching my son also that life isn't about gender roles, because there's going to be some things that he don't know how to do that she may know how to do. And so in today's society, we categorize gender roles and put all this pressure on a man and woman. Like you just said, Martin, if I'm not teaching you this or you don't know this, how can I expect you to know? So same thing with a man. I can't sit here and tell you I expect a man to know how to build a house. Now, what I will tell you is that if he don't know how to build a house, I don't need to build a house. Let's go in together and make this happen. Let's work together. There's not a lot of people that want to work together. If you listen to people talk, everybody's talking about what they think that a person should come in with. And again, that what used to be ain't no more. In today's society, we got a different breed of individuals. So I'm teaching my son how to be self-sufficient, how to take care of himself and do the things for him. So then when he meet a woman, she'll be his helpmate. But in the midst, every day he needs to be learning a life skill. Respect. Just taking care of himself first. Because once you do right, all these other things are gonna be added. And if a woman comes to you with these expectations, run away from them, because that ain't the woman for you. Now, if on the other hand, you meet a woman that want to meet you halfway with everything, that's the woman for you, because she's working together with you. It ain't no big eyes and big U's. She not what do you call it? Tearing you down for what you don't know how to do or what she thinks you should know how to do.
Now, let me say this too, ladies. I heard all you guys, most of you guys said that you like men that can build and fix stuff and change tires. I'm just generalizing. And I'm going to tell you, some of these young people, my son, 25 years old, I had to go change his tire. He didn't know how to take a tire off. And I mean, hey, seriously. But hey.
But did you teach him, Martin?
I sure
did. Teach him, Martin.
I didn't. I never had to teach him that change the tire, but something he should have known. But I didn't teach him. But I had to go do it for him because he didn't know how to do it. He said, "Dad, I need you to come outside."
So why we expect him to know that?
Right.
You can't expect him to know how to do that if you never taught him.
Right.
And that's why.
Right. So I didn't get mad at him. You see, I laughed it off. I didn't get mad at him because he's never been in a position to change a tire. So.
But let me say this.
Well, have he ever rolled with you and your tire went flat?
No. Never had a flat where he was roll with me. Never.
So that's the incident that didn't occur. But let me just say this. Life has a way of teaching each and every one of us in itself and what we need to know. We can teach them, we can show them things, we can tell them this and the other. They have friends that are going to influence them. They have their own mind. They're going to think the way they want to think. With all the teaching and all the rearing and everything that we do, life comes about, and they're going to live their life. Yeah. So what we instill in them will come back. That's what stands.
Right.
So we have to know that even if we didn't teach, we taught them how to respect a woman, don't cheat on a woman, this, that, and the other. That goes for a woman too. A person's gonna do what they want to do.
Well,
we know, but
see that's.
But they're gonna learn.
Hold it. We're not trying to go there now. Let's stick close to the subject. Now, I'm. What my point is. The second question is: are you teaching your son what you desire in the man to be? See, that's what we don't see. I've seen parents. I've called women's house. And the parent lie. she ain't here. You know, no, she with the other guy in the front room sitting with somebody else.
Yeah.
So I'm being honest, and I'm not to say this, not to advise, you know, I'm not to say this just to bash
Yeah.
women, but these
I
are the
get
things we do. We say one thing, but we showing
Right.
our children another
Yeah,
thing.
that's something I
You're
can do.
absolutely right.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
can
I'm
do
not
that.
trying to condemn nobody of how they
Yeah.
raise. I can't tell you how to raise your son's daughter. But my question is, when I see couples out, because it's a post, I believe it's on Instagram, and it was a young lady. I don't know how true it is, but it sounded good. She said most of these women can't really love because they don't even know how to love a man, because they don't know, they never had love from a man. They never seen it displayed. They never seen it. So I don't know. I mean, that may not be everybody's case. Let me say that, because I hate to generalize everything. But it has some points in it. I said that makes sense, because if a young man or daughter just say, okay, if my son always see me arguing with his mama, putting my hand on her, calling out her name, that's what he see. And he might grow up and mimic the same identical thing what I'm doing to his mother. We've seen that. And we see a lot of black mothers that's bitter, hateful, and mean, and they ain't got nobody, and they don't want their daughters to be happy either. Anytime their daughter has somebody, I'm just saying, hold on. Let me just say this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anytime their daughter have somebody bring a man around, he ain't good enough for the mama. Girl, he ain't no good. I don't trust him. I don't like him. So we have to be careful of that. We got to be careful as adults now that we do not keep the trend going of unfaithfulness and unworthiness, you know, just cheating and all that. We got to break that cycle. That's all I'm saying. So I'm trying to get the thing.
I truly agree.
Right. And like you said, sister, you can still teach them, but they might take another road. But that's not on you.
And see, Martin, my son witnessed me being in unhealthy relationships, and I wrote myself off on that. I said, you know, that's something I'm not getting into, and ever again that he has to witness something like that. You know, so yeah, we do have to be careful.
And Martin, there's also a lot of single households too, and if the father is not there, they can't.
Hold it. I understand that, but the first encounter, the child is the mother, and we know in the black community, most of the time, I'll say 98% of the time, the mother is the custodian parent.
Exactly.
So we know that in the
and
black,
the mother
most of
is
the time.
also working as well.
Right. Well, I mean, who fault is that? If you choose to have a baby before you get married, that's on you. Those are decisions that we make. We have to live with the consequences.
But what about the one you have a baby when you are married and you're still raising a child by yourself?
You just choose the bomb. You just got to, that's how I go. You know, it just didn't work out. Hey, been there, done that. No, I ain't trying to knock nobody, but hey, we make choices and we have to live with them. Seriously, you know, we can point the finger and do, hey, I made the mistake. I should have never had a baby by this person. You know, I should have. Some of us have wasted 9 or 10 years. Some of us been married and divorced now. We were like, what was I thinking? I would have never married him if I would have thought and said, you know, I was just too rushing to get married, or I didn't think it over. I mean, we always have these what if in our mind. So I'm just being honest tonight, ladies. I'm not trying to, you know, whip the women.
Well, Martin,
go ahead.
Can I say this?
Sure.
We can talk to our male children until, we could just talk to them and drill them and tell them how to live right and whatnot. But you have social media, you have this rap music, especially when the videos came out, how they saw the rappers had money and big cars and big houses and stuff. That has a lot to play in it too.
Well, let me say this. Every young adult that watch killing, to listen to rap music about killing and drugging, is not out there doing what they listen to and watch too. Yes, it does have an influence on it. It all depends on the individual. What is it they want? But my thing is, are the mothers teaching their sons what they desire, instilling in their sons so they could be a great husband. Because you got some, let me say that. You got some people that go out here, young teenagers that have babies. Talking about males, they go get a girl pregnant, and guess what their mama said? That ain't none of your baby. We ain't take care of no baby. You better not bring no baby over here. And that very well might be your son baby, but you not ready to be no grandmama. Son, I taught you better than that. You should have known not to so. That have happened. We all know stories like that, and some of us probably experienced that our teenage son went out and got a young lady pregnant. And we didn't want nothing to do with her, the baby, or the family.
Been there.
Okay, I'm just saying that, I ain't trying to knock nobody, but I got to tell the truth and,
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Go ahead, ladies. Go ahead. Somebody talk.
I've experienced that with my own son. Well, as far as his father. So, yeah, he knows that feeling, and he saw how that was for him, having his father do that to his mother. So, definitely didn't want to do that in his own life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I can interject, if we're gonna go biblical, the Bible says train a child up in a way he won't depart. Now we all know that once our child. Well, I've never been the type of parent to say I don't know what my son will do when he's not around me. You have most parents say, "Oh, my son wouldn't do this." However, I know what I'm instilling in my son. So when my son is in my presence,
Cynthia, I need you to hold up for a minute. I don't know if you got me on Bluetooth because you like wiggling in and out. It's not clear. I want to be clear. Okay, go ahead. Talk now.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Go ahead. Right there. Okay.
I said the Bible says train a child up in a way so he won't part. I've never been the type of parent to say that my son, what he will and he won't do when I'm not around. Most parents will say that. However, I can only give a test to what he does. And I can only give account what I'm teaching him when he's in my presence. Now, we all know that there's all type of forces out there in the South world. That's why it's important for us as parents to instill what we can in our kids, talk to them, shower them with love. So then when they do go outside with these forces, they'll probably think twice about it if the parent is giving the reassurance at home. Now, we know that kids do divert and go off, but for the most part, I think that if a parent is standing on top of their kid, then they won't have to worry about the majority of the things that's happening with the kids out there in the world. For instance, like when the kids are downtown, I'm sure some parents didn't know that their kids was down there or didn't care. Either way, you have to stand on top of your kids and make sure that they're, walking a straight path, at least for the most part. Like you say, Martin, I heard you say, go in your kid's room and see what your kids got going on in there when they're not there. I go through my son's phone. He don't know about it. And a lot of other things just to make sure that he's not going against the grain, if that makes sense. But I'm standing on him. And all I can do is pray and ask God to continue to guide him when he does go out there in the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you know what, people, I just want an honest dialogue because I be wondering about some things. And like this conversation, when you have males and females talking about the conversation, it's always a finger pointing. It's always a finger point. Always a finger pointing or some bashing on either end. And that's why I didn't want no men to call in. I want the women. I want to hear from the women. I want to hear, and I want them to be honest. And that's why I set you guys up with the first question. What type of man you desire? If this is the man that you desire, okay, why aren't you teaching your son to be that man that you desire, that you think a man should be to a woman?
To even go deeper, Martin, I can't worry about this is a general conversation. I can't worry about if his father in his life or if he not, or if this happened or this happened. I can only just deal with the cards that I've been given and do the best that I can and continue to and find positive influences and surround my son around positively. Put my son in positive, empowering programming,
Mm-hmm.
setting him up in places where there's no idle time. Me talking to him when he come home. Me going in his room when he playing the game, see what he got going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we lost our village.
Yeah, we definitely lost that village. But you know what? I'll say this, sister. We have to create a village. What I mean by tennis, baseball, going out, spending time, put the cell phone down, going out to the show. We have to create people, positive role models around our children so that we can point them in a direction. If we live on 63rd and Rose, we need our children to see more than the city of Chicago is 63rd and Rose. There's a downtown. You got the museums. You got different restaurants. You got a different side of town. You got the airports. We have to take them and show them things like that and put them around.
I do it, Martin.
We have to put them around where we want them to be.
I love it.
That's what we have to do. Children cannot be what they don't see. Period. Period. And if we don't show them something, Miss Cynthia, guess what? If they walk out the door and they see this man, a big-time game banger, a big-time drug dealer, or, this person, they're going to get into what they see if we're not careful.
Well, Martin, you see how you see how my life is. And I'm born and raised on the west side of Chicago. I've seen it all. But guess what? I didn't want that for my son. Mm-hmm. So everything that you said, I do that. I take my son to these different places. Me and my son go out to eat. Me and my son sit down and have a talk. I put my cell phone down. I'm in tune with him. A lot of parents can't say that about their kids. We can say that these kids running rampage, but then it goes back to the parents. As a parent, are you putting in that time? Like you just said, are you exposing your kids to different? I can't worry about the village or his uncle or his auntie. No, I have to go out here and find the necessary positive resources to whereas my son will have options, positive options.
Mm-hmm. And let me just say this too. As parents, I'm speaking in general, we shouldn't just always say, buy our children everything that we didn't have or couldn't get. We need to teach them everything that we didn't know. And one thing, when I grew up in a two-parent household, I didn't hear my mom and father telling me, I love you. I'm not saying that they didn't love me, especially my father. I ain't never heard that from my father. I can't even remember my father really embracing me and holding me, to be honest.
That's what my husband said.
So I'm being real honest. So I made in my mind, when I become an adult and have my family, I'm going to make sure that I tell my babies I love them. Not just on holidays and Christmas, but I tell them all the time when I see them. I love you.
Every day.
Wow. You're special. You're beautiful. Children need to hear that. They tired of hearing you cussing them out. Tell them you like they no good daddy and all that.
Exactly.
Fathers, they tired of you telling them you act just like your mama. You acting feminine. They tired of that. Talk to the fathers now.
Right, Martin.
They are tired of that. Our children are innocent. They didn't ask to come here. It's our responsibility as parents to take care of them. It's our duty.
Grandparents.
So I got another caller.
So Martin, you just said.
Go ahead, Cynthia.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you just said that your mother and father was in your house, was present in your house?
Yes.
So with that being said, what came to my mind is, people often say single parent or this person wasn't there, this person wasn't there. That just validates what I'm just saying. So the fact that your mother and father was there, you still didn't get the love that you needed or still didn't get the expectations that you wanted from your father. But he was there. But he lacked giving you stuff. So again, we can't sit here and keep making excuses about who's there, who's not there. You have to do what you need to do. Like you just said, I'm so glad that you're talking about this. You have to pour into your child what you want. Again, how you got all these expectations on people and you're not even putting time in with your own child. But then you want this man to have this and this and this and this.
But you sitting here with your son disrespecting you and with all these different men in and at your house. You don't
Exactly.
even know your child. You don't even know your child.
Mhm. Guess what? You when you look on the internet, on the social media, you see your child with this big old 38 or a Glock with a long extended clip. You be like, is that my child? Yes, that's your child that you brought home from the hospital that
Exactly.
came through you, and you changed his pampers. Now he's 10 years old. Now he's 12. Now he's holding a Glock on Facebook. Could have been all
But
avoided,
see,
but
Martin,
you
we
weren't
quick to
paying
talk.
attention. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
We quick to talk about the red flags in relationships, but we miss you rarely hear parents talk about the red flags they have with their kids before their kids get out here and do what they want to do. We miss that. We can easily say, oh, this man this man this man this, but we overlook all the stuff that our kids do. So when they're out here doing any and everything, and then when you get a man that don't want to be around you because of how your kid is, you looking crazy. But again, you got all these expectations on how these men supposed to be and what they supposed to bring to the table and what you want them
Tell
to
the
be. But
truth
your
and
child sitting
shame
here
the devil.
terrorizing you in your own house.
You said a mouthful
I'm
there.
saying, Mark.
Ooh, she
I'm
said.
just saying, because I deal with kids all ages every single day. So when parents get to talking, they go on one end out the other. Because now I'm paying attention to this kid. This kid acting out of character, but you sitting there talking about you live downtown and you drive this Mercedes Benz and you got all these master degrees. All that's cute, but you by yourself and your kid is a menace.
Let's go to the next caller. You said a mouthful. Area code 919. Hey, caller.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm glad to be living. Go ahead, my dear
Fine.
sister.
I'm calling from Roxborough, North Carolina,
Okay, no
and
problem.
I just want to say, kids today, for one thing, we took prayer out the home, out the school, and like the lady said, we don't have that village anymore. And parents try to be the kid friend. You can't be the kid friend. You have to be firm. Like when my grandson come here, I read the word with him. I take him to church. And one day he told me, he said, Grandma, can you buy me a Bible when I'm home? My daddy won't read me the Bible. I say, sure, baby. So it's how the kids be at their parents' house. They see one thing, but when they come to the grandparents' house, they see a stable home. They see a Christian home. And, we got to give them that word. We have to keep God in everything and raise them to be young men. And I have seen, when I was small, my mother was a single parent, and there was some kids live across the street from us, and their grandmother was an alcoholic. They didn't turn out like their mother were, because the mother didn't feed them. She always drinking. She fed the company before she fed her kids. But none of those kids turned out like the mother. So it's what you put inside of them. So we can't look at, oh, you're going to be like that person because they doing what they doing. No, you don't have to be like that person.
Well, can I ask you a question? Do
You
have
can turn out different.
You got any children?
Yes, and mine, I love that they don't like me because I know I'm doing something right. I don't play with mine, and they grown.
All right, okay. You have any males?
All boys.
Okay.
All boys.
Okay. Did you raise your sons the way that you desired a man should be?
Yes, at church. I raised them in church, yes.
Okay, but I mean,
none of them in jail.
Hold it now. You talking about a person that's been in church for many years. I've seen people in church still have sex, still be cussing, doing all types of things in church. I'm telling you, in church, freaking in the bathroom. Yes. I mean, because you raised them now, see, we listen. Church is one aspect. That's the spiritual part of it. Now we need some principles.
But things. You got to remember, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. God didn't make nobody perfect.
Hold it, sister. Hold it. Now, I ain't talking about no perfect. I'm just talking about, we talking about life now. Now, I didn't say nothing about somebody being perfect, but I'm just saying, we just can't put our children in church and expect for them to turn out right. You have to You have to stand on that. You got to maintain it. It's like buying a new car. If you wanted to continue to look good, you got to keep washing it and shining it up and all that, polishing it. So what I'm saying is, with our children, what we desire for them to be, we have to keep polishing them and shining them. You know, okay, I'll give you an example.
But they may not turn out what you want them to be. You get what I'm saying? They have their own life. God created them.
Ma'am, I understand. I'm talking about as a parent, what we need to instill in them. You can only teach them. Now, what they do when they get older and go off and do whatever they want to, that's on them. But I'm talking about us as parents. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. So, you know, it's more than just taking them to church. We need a little bit more than that. You know, we need a little bit more.
Yeah, not only I understand that you can take them to church, but still instill in them how they should act in this world, how they should be. Of course, that all of that. By us wishing for them what we want them to be, they might not turn out what they want them. We want them to be.
That's not what the thing is. It's about what we have to teach them to be. That's what I'm saying. And they might go left for what we teach them. What we teaching. But what I'm saying is, hold on, caller. What I'm saying is, I hear a lot of women say that they want a man this way, this, do this, that. So the question is, everything that you desire in a man, do you teach your son to be that? That's all what I'm saying. That's all what I'm saying tonight. Do you teach your son not to hit a woman? Do you teach your son to open the closed door?
Yes, they know that.
No. It's not.
Can I give you an instance? Okay, my son just had an incident with his baby mother. He went to go pick his child up. They meet at the precinct. And when he met the young lady at the precinct, the lady jumped on him. He didn't hit her back. He just got his baby and left. So he called me upset. And I said, Rodney, what happened? He said, Mom, she jumped on me. I say, do they have cameras at the precinct parking lot? He said, yes. So I called the precinct, and I told them if it was him that hit her, y'all would have locked him up. I said, y'all need to go pick her up. And they did that. So I teach my kids, don't hit a woman. But if they got a gun, knock the hell out of them. So, you know, you can't go around hitting people. It go both ways. You got to teach your daughter not to hit a man. Because they want to be a man and pull out knives and guns, knock the hell out of them. So, you know, that's the way I look at it.
Okay. All right, let's...
I got something to say.
Okay, well, let me ask you, what do you have to say, ma'am?
So this is Cynthia Martin. I switched phones because
my phone
was having issues.
Okay, I was looking like, okay, all right, go ahead.
So I often hear people saying that we've lost our village, right? And I get that. And and remember, times are different. What it was before, people cared. It was just different. We're living in a different era now when, as you guys know, parents are being the kids' friends. We got drugs. We got social media. It's a whole different world, right? Mm-hmm. And so with this village thing, there's incest going on right in the family. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody, it's a family secret. So this is happening in family. And remember, we keep saying village, village, village. But if this child is in this village, in this house, where all these things are happening, then where's the village? So that's why I say, Martin, as a parent, you have to go out and create your own village. Family, just because family is blood don't mean they family. Family do all type of crazy stuff. Y'all know this. So again, that's why I say I go out and find my village. I find positive people that I trust, and male role models and female role models or whatever. So in the event that I'm not around, that I know there's a source for my kid. So that village starts at home. So that's my question. So again, we can't worry about the people.
It's us and the kid. It's us and our child. That's it.
Because
Again, yeah, we can teach them. Kids gonna go astray, of course they are. But what like you keep saying, Mark, the question is, are we changing our kids to be what we want out of in these relationships?
that's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Parents, if you know your son got 2-3 different women coming in and out of your house and you're allowing that, you don't want to get done like that. You got to tell your son, hey, listen, son, what you running? This ain't no sex ring here. Now
Correct.
you can't bring all these different strange ladies in the house. Now I'll let you bring one in. That's really too much. You need to be at a hotel anyway if you're gonna, anyway, if you're gonna practice that craft in your house. Should nobody screw in nobody's house unless you paying that rent or mortgage or something. Period. Children, you had to go to the hotel. You're not gonna screw in mine. No, not no grown ones. No way. None of them. But that's just me personally. What I'm saying is, and that's right. And that's all I'm asking the parents to do. If the parents, both males and females, would teach their youngsters what they desire in a man or a woman, I believe that this will help our race and this world will be a better place, especially for us in relationships. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because it's too much pimping going on, playing going on, if I may use that term. And everything some of these women say that they want, they don't even teach it to their sons. So now the cycle just keep going and going. These young men gonna have 2 different baby mamas, 3 different or whatever. Think with this one, that one. It's a lot going on out here. And like the sister said, nobody's perfect. But I want us as parents to instill in our youngsters and our children, if you got teenagers right now, some of us, our children are grown and it's over with now, but we can give them the right information. So you have a lot of women that's single, and like the sister got on here, she said she have her own house, her own car, her own money and all that, but she have nobody to share it with. She's waiting on the type of guy that she desire. So I tell people, if you want you a elephant, you got to go where the elephants are. If you want you a cat, you got to go where the cats are. You have to surround yourself. Go to the places with the type of people that you're looking for. And most of the time, the type that you're looking for, they probably don't want you. And some of us know that. Seriously. Yeah.
You're right. That makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah. Then and especially when it comes to our young men. Our young men, they need training. Parents, aren't you tired, worried about when your son leave the house and if he gonna get shot or not, or you gonna get that call? That's why we have to create this village for them. We got to start using that word, Cynthia, create a village, putting them around positive role models and stuff like that.
I don't care. I ain't just because, no, you got to start at home. Like I just said, I deal with kids all the time, and the stories I hear about what's happening in their home, and everybody come out, be quiet, don't say nothing. Yeah, okay.
See, and the ladies, the thing that we tell our sons to do to other women, you got to consider this. It might get done to you too as well. Now, the sister got on here and said, if she got a gun, you knock the out of her. But sometimes they can have a gun on them and don't mean it's pointing or threatening them with it. So if she have a gun, and if a man hit her, strike her, that goes for her too as well. Period. So we got to look at it like that. We're not raising our sons the way what we desire. Talking about the mothers. Same way, tomorrow's the men part tomorrow. Teach your women, teach your little girls to be wives. not players. Period.
We his Steve Martin.
Period. Yeah, she cute. You could tell her she beautiful. There's nothing around her. I've heard men say, "Hey, baby, if the man don't treat you better than why I treat you, you don't need him." And that's a good example. The father. That's a good example. The best example, Cynthia, is the way we live. That's the best example. I think that's the best teacher. And really.
Wow.
I mean, it's a single conversation. I mean, it's a good conversation.
It's helping me, Martin. It's helping me because I don't know all the answers. And,
right.
I love to hear different people converse about different topics. But at the end of the day, we can go around the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we have to do better. It's time to exercise. I had a friend, his wife, my wife at the time, we all sat in church together for some years. And when I left the church and all that, and he had told me his daughter's, I would say almost perfect, beautiful young lady, sang in the choir, but she wound up getting pregnant. And so he was like, well, man, I don't know how she wound up getting pregnant. I live a life from her, which very religious. I said, yeah. I said, but one thing you failed to do, brother, you have to tell your daughter about the things that's going on in the street too, as well.
Yep,
you just can't.
The
church is one entity, but you have to say, listen, I know you love God, and you're going to have feelings, and you're going to long for companionship, and your hormones going to be bouncing and all that, and you got to talk to them. And one thing I told my girls, I said, y'all going to have plenty of time for boys. But this is what I need you guys to do, to focus on your school. When you get grown, you're going to have plenty of time to do what you want. But right now, I need you guys to focus on your school. That's what I told them. And one thing I didn't do, and one thing I didn't do, I didn't force God on them. I said, now, they did go to church with me. That's the decision is on to them. I told them about God, but your decision to accept God, that's on you. You have to do that for yourself. Daddy can't do that for you. You have to make a decision if you want to accept God and live by his principles and all that. So I didn't do that. I made them go to church. They got up. We all went. I ain't sending them. We all went as a family. So, I mean, this is a great discussion. And I'm not trying to come down hard on nobody, but we have to tell the truth and shame the devil. So any woman on here, you say you want your man to be independent, strong, self-sufficient, able to fix things, loving and caring. Well, you need to teach your sons to be that as well. That's what you need to do. Gentle, you need to teach your son. Everything that you desire in a man, you need to teach your son to be that for a woman. Now, do that make sense, Cynthia? If I'm going too far, let me know. Stop me.
It makes sense to me, Martin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are the other ones still on?
No, they're gone.
Okay.
They gone. I didn't cut them off. They left.
They had great insights.
Yeah, they had some good information.
Because, see, Martin, I born and raised on the west side of Chicago. Seen it all. Lost my brother to the streets. So I don't have time to play no games with no man or even my kids, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just said, I could have came on here and said all this good stuff I wanted, but I'm just fooling myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like you said, once you get to talking about children, it's a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
We all quick to point the fingers on why this didn't happen, or he ain't there, she ain't there, or these people ain't there. No. That's your child, Martin. Regardless to who there, who not there, I have to do what I have to do to make sure my son get what he wants. I can't worry about nobody else.
Cynthia, I got a friend. He's a mentor such as yourself. And one of his mentees came to him and said, hey, told him, my mother's a bust down. Don't you know that was a low blow? I'm telling you, a young teenager.
Wow.
Teenager told my friend, he's a mentor, that his mother is a bust down. Man, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, that's terrible.
There's a video on Facebook. A little boy named Lil James. He started on Facebook. His mom, talking sassy. Now he's up in age, and it looks as if they were at his graduation or such. I'd say he about 12, 13. So he's there. His mom is there. So he comes over to where his mom is, and she is dancing. She had her butt bent over, dance on this guy. So the little boy, he pushed the guy, and then he later started crying. And I think Mark Carter shared the video and said, "Y'all need to be respectful." And Mark, when I looked at that video, I said, "Wow." So you took it off of your child and made it about you. That little boy is on national TV crying because of something that you did.
And
Mark shared the video. I'll take it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at it. I've heard about it. Let me say this: not only in person, but even on social media. Some of our children follow us. They follow us, people. My children, they follow me, including the youngest one. They don't say anything. They watching. They hear when you call yourself telling me off or disrespecting me or whatever. They see it. They see it. You know what I told them? I said, don't say nothing. Don't comment on nothing. Let me handle it. Let me handle it.
That's right.
Let me handle it. So they see. Trust me. Y'all think y'all shorties, y'all little ones not watching your social media? Oh, they watching. Well, I just be joking. That ain't real. I just be talking like that. Well, you shouldn't be talking like that in a public sector like that because your children are watching.
That's so true.
I hear women saying some ungodly things that's supposed to be done. Well, I'm going to say some sexual things that's supposed to be said in private conversations or done in private room. It's not for the public. Should no man know what you like in bed unless you tell him or y'all discuss it? It's not for the public.
Agree.
It's not for the public. Whether you like foreplay or whatever you like, that's between you and your partner and God. It shouldn't be on social media. That's personal. And you know what?
Totally agree.
Yeah, once it goes on social media, you can't take that back. It's up there. Can't take it back. So this thing is serious, people. I'm not just trying to beat up on the women and all that. No, I'm not on that. But we got to be real, people. These are the conversations that are very painful. No one wants nobody to tell them how to raise their children. Only time they want some help when they get locked up or they're missing. Now you want some help. Now you want some help because you can't do nothing no more. And that shouldn't be the case.
That is so true. Somebody said, what is a bust down?
A bust down is a person that go from man to man having sex, different men having sex. That's all. That's what that is. She may bust down for some weed, alcohol, or drinks or some, pills, whatever. Even a little change.
This one kid that I was dealing with just was all over the place. Disrespectful, just cursing, stealing, robbing, doing everything that a kid shouldn't be doing. So I pulled the kid to the side. I said, come here, let me talk to you. I said, why do you do the things that you do? You know what that little boy told me? He said, because I don't think nobody care about me. My mama, she ain't never at home. My daddy in jail. My grandma keep telling me I'm bad. And so when I'm going to be at work, I just be bored. So I just go out and do bad stuff because they always say I'm bad. So if they say I'm bad, I might as well do bad stuff. I stood there with my mouth open like, wow.
Man, he told you. The Bible said, out of the mouth of babes, they speak truth. Yeah. Wow. Whew. Said anything you want to say? We're going to leave it right there. Anything else you need to
No,
add
Martin,
on?
I appreciate you.
Tell
I'm gonna go
us
to
where we can
bed.
find you at, Cynthia, about your podcast and what you do.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Martin. So I do a meals, all meals podcast on Sundays at 6:30. And so it's just a podcast for men to vent because so often we're male bashing. And so we really don't get to hear how men think. Everything is argumentative. So on my podcast, I just ask general questions because I want to get to know what they think and how they feel. And this is the space for that without any controversial, if I should say.
Okay, well.
Also, Martin, if I can,
go ahead.
I got a Sunday. I'm doing my first and last of the year fundraiser at Skyway Bowling. And I would love for people to come out and support my organization. I deal with kids. I have a youth empowerment program, enrichment program, and I'm teaching them life skills. So when people get on and talk about kids, I'll be ready for it because I deal with kids, not just mine. I deal with other people's kids. And so the stories that they tell me, when I hear adults talking, I can revert back to some of these conversations because most of the kids and the parents ain't even there. But y'all on here, but y'all saying this and that and this, and you're not even paying no attention to your kids. So, what's my Facebook is Cynthia, last name Manuel.
Yeah, just put it on here. Type it in the messages, Cynthia. Just drop it in the drop it in the.
Okay, thank you,
type,
Martin. I
type
appreciate
down there. I know. I asked you to do it, so just do it. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey. All right.
All right, you have a good night.
All right.
And I'll tune in until I got the audio on.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right, people.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
And I love
call-in number 872-299-0808.
I love being black.
Or 872
I love being black.
6389.
I love being black. All right, good night, people. Good night. Actually, it's good morning. Actually, it's after 12 midnight. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that this was a learning lesson for us, not only just the moms, the dads too, because it takes two. But most of the cases in our community, it's a single mother that's doing everything by herself. So I want to thank you guys for listening, sharing, and liking, and commenting on this particular broadcast. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The Crime Chaser wouldn't be the Crime Chaser if it wasn't for you guys sharing the video, sharing the content, discussing and talking about it. So again, I thank you so much. Appreciate you. Good night, all.